Hi, we're going to use a ball as a prop today. And if you don't have a Pilates ball, take a towel, ball it up into a ball shape. That will work for some stuff. And then just or like a squishy thing. I don't know where that came from, but uh, for the actual rolling of things, get creative. If you have another ball around your house, a soccer ball, a basketball, when we really need to roll it, you can use that. Um, Even in a lot of cases, something like a water bottle, like something that you can just roll in one dimension could also work. Okay, we're going to start out with standing with the ball underneath your armpit and just get it right up into that pit. Wrap your arm around your prop and you're going to gently take a hold with your other hand. Hold onto your forearm rather than the wrist itself and just pin that ball a little better. Check in with the shoulder on the ball side. It's obviously going to affect the joint, but try not to shrug into your ear. Just let the shoulder like just kind of sit onto that ball. Bleh, like vomit. I don't know what that was supposed to be. All right. Root down into your feet and just tune into your breath. Inhale through your nose and feel your ribs expand, and they're just going to go right out into that ball. As you exhale, feel your ribs gather together to blow the air out through your mouth, and you can gently hug that ball back into your side. Breathe in, feel the expansive quality of that phase of breath. And then as you exhale, find the gentle lift of your pelvic floor that matches your abdominal contraction. Take another breath in. I'm going to add a small side bend. On the exhale, I'm going to bend in the direction of the ball. And when I inhale, as I breathe into the ball, I'm going to open up the other way so that accent's pushing into it more. And then exhale, I'm going to sink into the compression. As I inhale the other way, I want to still root down into the foot on the ball side and sink one more time. Big inhale to feel that expansion and then come back to center. Let's do your other side. So in addition to bringing awareness into the diaphragmatic breath, this position is also really nice for the shoulder. Remember, grab onto your forearm and relax the shoulder just so it's riding along on the ribs. Tune into your breath. I'll finish this in a sec, but just get that standing still. Inhale, expansion, and then exhale fully. So for some people, this makes a little more space in the shoulder joint if you just tend to feel tense and compressed here. But also this gradual movement that we're adding can help improve mobility of your shoulder blade on the backside. So I want you to feel that quality when we go into the next phase. You're going to take another inhale. As you exhale, sink into the side bend, and this lets the scapula rotate down. And then when you breathe in, as we bend the other way, it encourages just a little glide up. And it's that small beginning of the change, rotating up and down, that sometimes can be hard to master. Your shoulder blade needs to be able to glide separately from your ribs, separately from your arm to facilitate more movement through your arm when we lift it. One more. This is it. And then back up to the center. Okay, you're going to take the ball out. Now let's do something challenging for your balance. You're going to put the ball, actually, let me do it from the front foot first. Put the ball on one leg, same side hand on the ball, and you're going to go into a squat. Now, I've started with the ball midway up the thigh, and it's under the heel of my hand and my wrist initially. Is that right? Is that what I want to do? Nope, just kidding. Put it under your palm. Wasn't going to help. Sorry. Okay, other arm's reaching forward. You're going to rotate in a fashion that lets your hips twist, and you're going to let the ball slide down towards your knee a little more. That's when it's under your wrist, sorry. And then turn back, swinging your arm down. So we're going to wind up on the inhale, opening with the breath. Exhale as you return. Try to keep your weight on the side that has the ball, but allow your hips to twist and return. One more like that. Inhale, open. Exhale, return. Now, pose your hands level with each other. So one's got the ball, one does not have the ball. You're going to flex your spine as you exhale. Both hands should push forward so the ball moves a little. Inhale back to a flat back. Try that one more time. Flexing on your exhale. I'm going to sideways it. Inhale to flat. Now, add to that, lifting your heels, dropping your heels. Much more challenging. Curling and lowering. It gets you to connect with your abs more because you feel like you're going to topple forward. Gotta love self-preservation. And return. One more time, flexing. I definitely can't talk to you and do that correct. Okay, other side. So we're going to get the hand on the other leg. Get down into that squat. So I've got that athletic stance, arms reaching forward. And now I'm going to turn, inhale, exhale, return. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Side view. I just want you to see that my hips are twisting. And back. Rotate and lower. One more time. Twisting and return. Okay, so set up. Make sure you're still weight in your heels. Just do everything but the ankles first. So I'm going to flex on the exhale. Feel the pelvis tuck. Inhale, back to flat back. Let the ball roll down your legs. Back to flat. Here comes your heels. Flex. Flat. Flex. Flat. Exhale. Inhale. Just two more times. Rounding and pushing. Pulling those scaps back when you return. One more. Curling and flattening. All right. Nice start. Loving it. Let's go down onto the mat. Okay. If you are using a ball that's not holdable, you're just going to roll it and let go of it when we pick it up. Legs in tabletop, bottom arms under your head. We're going into spinal rotation. I want you to roll the ball forward on the mat so you get a twist in one direction. Pull your shoulder back, then lift your arm up and rotate back, bringing the ball with you. Inhale here. Exhale to lift your arm and close over. Roll it forward again, looking towards the floor a little. Pull back that shoulder. Lift your arm and rotate back as you exhale. Inhale to stay. Exhale, close back over. One more time. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, pull your shoulder back. Inhale, lift your top arm. Exhale, rotate towards the back end of the stretch. Stay here to breathe in. And then exhale, make a big rainbow up and over to close. Let's flip you over to your other side. Legs in tabletop, top arm reaching forward. When you breathe in, you're going to reach your arm forward, let your head turn to follow that. Exhale, pull your shoulder back. Now inhale, lift the ball. Exhale, rotate towards the back, open the chest. Stay here for a breath in, feel your ribs expand, and to exhale, lift your arm, close back down. Roll that ball forward with an inhale breath. Exhale, pull it back. Now inhale, lift your arm. Exhale, rotate back, let your gaze follow that twist. Stay here for a breath in. Exhale, lift the arm and close. Last time. Roll it forward. Pull it back. Arm goes up. Exhale, twist towards the back. Inhale, stay. And exhale to close. All right, I want you to go onto your back. You're going to put the ball underneath one foot. We're going to go into a hip roll, so you want your hips to be about 6 to 8 inches away from you. Having a little trouble. Sorry, getting the ball there. Okay. I called it a hip roll. I don't want you to hip roll at all. We're just bridging up and down. Let me use my words right. So when you exhale, you're going to pick your hips up. You're just going to extend the hip joint. Inhale back down. In this version, your back keeps tone, and you are just doing drawbridge style lift up and down. Now the ball's going to, of course, be wiggly. So remember, you've got a foot that's flat on the floor. Use that as your anchor, especially at your big toe when you lift. Inhale down. Now this time, you're going to go up to stay. Take that exhale breath. On your inhale, just come down part way. Then we pulse up for 3, 2, 1, most of the way down. Pulse up. Sorry, I couldn't get that mic to come back on. Lower back down, all the way to the mat. Okay, so that was 3 sets of 3. I hope you were just watching me pantomime. Kick this over to your other foot. All right, one foot on the floor, one foot on the ball. Smooth lifts up and down. Exhale up to bridge. Inhale down. Exhale as you lift. Compress those abs, squeeze right where the glutes and hamstrings come together. We want their combined forces. They both have attachments at the pelvis to help you lift to extension. Go up one more time. Exhale, push up. Remember, big toe on that other foot. Now inhale, come most of the way down. Pulse up for 1. Feel those abs with the breath. 2 and 3, most of the way down. And again, lifting. 2, 3, most of the way down. One more time. Press up 1. You still got that big toe. 2, 3, all the way back down. Kick the ball back over to the first foot. I'm going to have you roll that leg out straight so the ball's under your Achilles tendon. Straighten out your other leg. We're going to go into some ab work. This will be a whole flow of stuff in a row. Hands behind your head. This all involves leg movement, so if you ever need a break with your upper body, just leave the crunch out, but just keep following me through the flow of the lower body. Okay, we're going to roll the ball in as you crunch. So let's take an exhale, nod your chin, curl up as high as an ab prep while you're pulling the ball in. Inhale, lower it down. So we're going to start with 5 of those. Exhale, flex up. Inhale to lower. Look right at the thigh when you curl forward, and exhale, lift. Now next time you're going to leave the ball in, so that knee stays bent, put your head back down. Now we're going to lift and lower your straight leg. As you exhale, flex up while you're lifting the leg. Just take that straight leg down to a hover when your head goes down. Exhale up, inhale down. Watch for the hip on the ball side lifting. You got to use that as your anchor point and lift up and down. Now you're going to leave your leg up, put your head back down. Bend your knee, reach it away. Bend in, reach away. So that leg's going to keep doing this. I want you to come back into your crunch, leave your head up. It's going to do that one more time. Now you're going to rotate to the knee as it bends, turn back to center as it straightens. Twist and return. Let's do that 3. Last step of this, you're going to keep doing your upper body. You're going to add rolling the ball back and forth. As you twist, push the ball away, pull it in when you return. Let's do 4 more. And back. 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Lower your head back down. All right, before we start the other side, both legs out straight on the ball. Reach your arms overhead, and you're just going to shimmy. And I want the shimmy to really originate from your shoulder blades gliding up and down, and like imagine your heart as the center of that. Like we're just rotating around that heart center. Oh, that sounds so yoga. That heart center. All right. To the other leg. So I've got gesture leg out straight, ball leg out straight, but in a position I can roll it. Hands behind your head again. All right, elbows angled up a little bit so you're cradling your head in your hands. Let's roll the ball as you crunch. Nod your chin, curl up and pull that ball in. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, flex forward. Inhale, return. Curl up for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, use the breath to lift. Now, the ball's going to stay in on this one. You're going to take your head back down. Lifting the straight leg. As you exhale, curl up your head, leg goes up. Inhale, it comes to hover. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Up for 3. And lower. Exhale, up. Now, leg's going to stay up. Head's going to go back down. Just get your bend and reach. Bend, so I still got that core work, just balancing out the weight of my leg getting heavier. Curl your head up, hold it up. Okay, just give me 2 more of those. Now add rotating to the knee next time it bends in and back to center. Rotate and return. Let's do 3 more like this. And 2, 1. Next one's got the leg. Roll the ball away, pull it back in. Twist 2 and return. 3. Make sure you're looking back to center one more time. Drop your head. Let's roll that ball out again. Give me another shimmy. All right, so just little squiggles. You wiggle and you squiggle, you squiggle and you wiggle. I wish like my whole career could just be wiggling. I put up with all this exercise just so I can wiggle in between it. Ah, bring your ball. Go to your belly. All right. I want you to pose the ball on the floor, like just away from your head, and put your hands on top of it and your elbows down. For your legs, I'm going to have you laterally rotate them and just open them a little bit so your toes are about as wide as your shoulders maybe. You're going to start with a small lift of your upper body. It may be less than you get in a breaststroke prep 1. I want you to push down on the ball and use that down force to lift up your head and chest so you just have a couple ribs off the mat. I've also taken my elbows into a hover for a little more challenge, and then I'm going to come back down. And if that feels too unstable at your neck or shoulders, leave your elbows down. Press down on the ball as you exhale. You're going to rise up enough that you should be able to see your thumbs where they're touching the ball, and then lower back down. And I'm letting the elbows touch the mat between reps. Exhale, I push down into my hands, lift those elbows up a little to follow me extending, and inhale back down. One more time. Exhale, press down into the ball, stabilize your shoulders, lift, and lower back down. Now, stay in a hover. I'm going to have you lift both of your legs to hover as you reach your arms overhead. So let's take an exhale, pull your abs in, maintain your hover, arms go long, legs lift up. Inhale, lower your legs, bring it closer to your head. Exhale, pull the abs in, reach away energy out through your toes. Inhale as you return. Exhale, up and away. Inhale, back down. Now let's stay up and do some flutter kicks. Exhale, reach your arms out long, your legs up to hover. And here we go. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So try to resist rotating your upper body. 2, 3, 4, 5. This will kind of feel like you're using one of those, what do they call it, kickboards? And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. One more set of 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach it all out long. Lower it back down. I want you to sit back in a shell, hips onto your heels. Bring your ball with you. Just keep it trapped under your hands. Okay, stay here for a breath in. Hold for an exhale. Just sink into it a little. Take one more breath in, and then you can roll up to sitting. All right, I want to catch stretch with the ball under your hands. So we have to, modify, we'll say, our quadruped position so that you're starting sitting back a little bit towards your heels so you can put your hands on the ball. Now, throughout the movement, I'm still going to want the spine to move, but I'm always going to feel like I'm loaded a little more on the arms, so I have the freedom, on the legs, so I have the freedom to move the arms. Okay, I'd like you to begin an extension. So tailbone out, sit bones up, chest up, chin up. I'm looking up higher than the ball. When you exhale, start by tucking your tail under, flexing the mid-spine, and then you'll find that you drag the ball in as you start to round your shoulders, neck, and head. As you inhale, you're going to push the hips back out. Go through neutral, lift to extension, rolling your ball away. Exhale, curl. So right away you can sense if you bear down too much on the ball when you push it away, you get a lot of tension in your shoulders and neck. So the key is to root down into the knees. I curl the pelvis. I'm barely touching the ball, fingertips. And then I'm just grazing it, keeping the lightest touch on it as I push it away. That element too, it makes you so much stronger in your hip extensor muscles. We love that. But it also helps your shoulder blades do more glide. Feel them spread apart with that light touch. And then they glide together because the shoulder blade muscles help you keep the light touch. One more time, flexing and flattening back out. Okay, move your ball under your shin. And I've got it about halfway, a little closer to the knee, but about halfway. I'm going to take a crawling motion, ball, leg, opposite arm, and I'm going to go forward from where I started. So now you can see it kind of hooks in my ankle. And then back of where I started so it rolls all the way to the knees. And you're just going to keep shifting forward, back. When we do this motion, especially with the ball facilitating the rolling leg, your hip and shoulder are going to laterally flex. So we're getting some of that fishy tail wiggle. This is great to loosen up your SI joint. One more time. All right, we're going to switch. And it's also a nice shoulder exercise. You can feel you're kind of like loading on and off of that arm that's moving. So you started again with your shin on the ball, mid-shin. And then I'm going to begin with a forward crawl that pushes the ball to my ankle. And I'm going to put that weight into that moving arm and then more towards the leg. Shift forward. So this opposite effect, I didn't mean to program them this way, but you were trying so hard to keep the load out of your shoulder. Now you're experimenting a little bit more with the force you're landing on and using it to push. One more time. We're having such a productive workout right now. Relax. All right, ball out. That's prepping your wrists. for your tough stuff. No, we're going to put the ball behind your knee. Let's get a little more glute and hamstring work. This is something from one of my bar routines. If you're sick of being on your knees, you could always grab a chair and do this in a squat position, and it'll feel like standing at the bar. All right, you're going to put the ball behind one knee. If you're using alternative props, this is not good for the ball. Definitely go back to the towel. Okay. Spread your fingertips apart and then move your hands forward about a finger further out than you usually would use. Shift your weight into your hand, and then we're going to get that ball leg off the ground. Keep your ankle flexed unless I tell you otherwise. Okay, you're going to swing your leg back, so we're directing the heel up to the ceiling. Back stays neutral. I'm trying to get my thigh to about the height of my hip, and then I'm going to swing it down. Exhale on the lift, inhale lower. You should feel your abs contracting, especially your obliques. They have to keep a relationship between your rib and hip so we don't extend the low back. Next time that leg's up, hold it up. And now you're going to keep the knee at the same height and squeeze, release into the ball. So that'll target the hamstring a little more. Do that one more time. And now I want you to squeeze and to lift. Squeeze and lift. So you just get that end range. 2 more. And pause. Now bend your elbows and complete a push-up with your upper body, lifting your leg up higher, and then return. Drop down. At this point in the series, you should start to notice the leg you're on. That outer hip's been working the whole time to keep you from falling over. Stay down. Pull your shoulders out of your ears. Circle the leg in the air for 5, 4, 3. Put a little load into the hand on the ball side. When you get to the top, we reverse it for 5. Around and up. Check shoulders out of ears again. For some reason, that's the moment. 3, 4, and 5. Come on out of it. All right, ball between your knees. Before we go to the other side, just do a few arm circles. Nothing in particular. I just want to make some movement at your shoulder. Get you out of your wrists for a second. Pull that. All right, back down. Let's get that ball. We're going to pop it. Don't pop it. Put it behind the other knee. Remember, for spacing, you always want wide fingertips, but you want to go out just a little bit past our usual position. Shift your weight into your hands, and now we're swinging. So we're going up hip height. Get that ab connection. That's why I'm doing the first one slow, and now we just swing with your breath. Inhale down, exhale lift. Inhale, breath, then movement. 2 more. Hold it up. And now we squeeze the ball for 6. Release. 5. Exhale. We still want to connect with that ab contraction. It actually feels differently intense when you do this. Okay. So now, just working the end range, we still have that squeeze, but we go up and down. Squeeze up and down. Lift, drop. 2 more times. I love how tiny feels so hard sometimes. Okay, some push-ups, weight on the arms. We bend and lift the leg higher and return. Drop and lift. 2 more. You're staying down on this one. All right, get those shoulders stable. You're pushing away from the floor even though you've given into it. Circle the leg for 5, 4, 3. Where's your head and neck? Keep it in line with the ribs. Get up to the top. Reverse it. So you should be looking at your fingers. Whoops. I was looking too many places at the camera, and I just whacked one leg into the other. 2 more. Body awareness is never bulletproof, is it? Put that leg back down. All right, ball between your knees. Let's do circles again. And just around and around. Big breaths. Let's reverse it. We're already at the end. Why must it go so fast? Okay, waving cat stretch. Why don't you leave the ball between your knees? You're going to sit back towards your heels, reach your arms out long, and I want you to drop your chest. So we need to kind of stick your butt up and back to make that contrast. So we start an extension. As you exhale, tuck your tail under, round your spine, shifting your weight forward into your hands. Push down your hips, lift your chest and chin to extend your upper back. When you exhale, drop your chin, round your spine as you go back in space. Inhale, stick out your tailbone, drop your chest, lift your chin. Now, take making use of this ball. As you exhale, squeeze it a little more while you're flexed. So that just helps that phase of breath. Inhale, little less tension. Elongate from your knees right up to your eyebrows, open the front of your body. Exhale, drop your chin as the weight shifts back, more intensity in the ball. That'll keep helping you find your low abs. Inhale, extend your back and lift your chin. Exhale, tuck your tail under. So you want to move from the pelvis, shift the weight forward. Inhale, open up, look towards the ceiling. Exhale, drop your chin, round your spine, shift back, open up to the back. One more time. Exhale, tuck your tail, round your spine, shift forward. Big inhale, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, drop your chin, round your spine. Inhale, shift back your weight. Okay, crawl it in, stand back up. Okay, just finishing with 2 more standing exercises. I want you to come down into a plie. You're going to place the ball on your thigh. It could just be hand on your thigh again if you don't have the right ball. You're going to take your arm up to the ceiling, and I want you to go into a side bend, letting the ball roll, and then come back up. We'll do that 5 times. Exhale over, and lift, flex, and up. 2 more times. And over, and lift. Leave the ball there. I want you to lift your heel on the other side. We're going to pivot. So now you're in a lunge. Both hands go onto the ball. I'm going to have you roll the ball forward, flex your spine, and go a little lower with both knees. Come up a little as you straighten your back. Exhale, flex. Inhale, lift. Curl it down and up. 2 more times. Rounding, elongating, flexing, and coming back up. All right, back to the middle. Reset your plie. Move your ball. And now let's just side bend it flow again and inhale up. Exhale, go with your ball, pull it back. And 3, 2, one more time. All right, so I'm going to lift this heel, pivot. So get the hips 90-degree turn, balls on, hands on the ball on your exhale. Round forward, dip down deeper into your lunge. Inhale to come back up. This is such a great balance challenge. Anytime you can't fix your gaze, like we did earlier when we were doing those other cat stretches, I guess that's it today. Changing your gaze really makes you think through your body awareness and how you're going to stabilize. One more time, flexing, and then back up. Come back to the center. Okay, just come up to stand. Still a wide stance, but legs parallel now. Soft knees, arms overhead. I want you to side bend, circle around, and come back up to the top. We're just going to do this 3 times each way, alternating. So I'm going to side bend, circle around, and then back up. Now, when you're bending forward, put a little more bend in your knees and up higher. Side bend, dip down lower, and come back up. 1 more each way. Side bend, round through the front, and lift. Last time, over, round, and up. Done. All right, party on. Excellent. I will see you soon.